Hello, I can see somebody there. I'm just waiting for more people to come on and then we'll start. Hello, guys. Welcome to another edition of Get Real with RamKay. Tonight is going to be an interesting one. And I have a special guest. She's a friend and a colleague. And this is the woman that I've interviewed me so many times. And tonight, finally, I'm having the opportunity of interviewing her. So I'm very much excited. So without wasting any time, I will just go on and introduce the guest. So she's an actress and also an event host. And she's a beautiful woman with great talent. So I will just leave her to do the rest of the introduction herself, because today we're getting a bit personal. I haven't told her this, but I'm telling you guys, let you know that we are getting a bit personal. That's an advantage of interviewing your friend. So, Marie, welcome to the show. I'm just going to allow you to introduce yourself.
Hey, can you hear me? Yeah. Hello.
Hello.
How are you? How weird is this? Normally, I'm on the other side.
Oh yes, see life.
This is it. This is the good definition of life. Normally, you're on when you're used to one side. There will always be a time that you would have to be on the other side.
That's life.
And
So,
and this is me today. This is so weird. It's so weird.
so please, can you tell us a little bit more about yourself? Who is Marie Kumba Gomez in your own terms, in your own words?
Marie Kumba Gomez is an actress. She is the father of her son, first and foremost. Okay. Those that know me know how proud I am to be the daughter of my father. Okay. I'm an actress, I'm an event host, I'm a mother, I'm a wife, I'm an entrepreneur, I'm a care coordinator. What else? I think that sums me up in few words, I think.
So, as I said initially, we're going to get to know you like never before. I'm going to try and bring out all the questions. So,
Be nice.
I'm trying to be nice. Yeah, I'll be very easy with you. Trust me, I'll take it.
Good.
So, what are you like hobbies? What are the things that you like to do?
Oh my God. It's so weird because I don't have people ask me this kind of questions.
Oh yes, that's me for you.
My hobbies. Oh my God. I like watching TV. I don't know if that's a hobby or if that's just me being lazy, but I'm so during the day, I'm up and down so much that when I come home, all I want to do is put my phone on airplane mode and just watch TV and have with my glass of wine. I cannot forget that one.
All right.
That's what I like to do. I'm not much of a reader. I'm not much of an activities person. TV. I'm very lazy.
I would definitely take that because I'm a TV person as well. That's the only thing I do. So if I'm to be asked this question, that would be my answer too. I love watching TV. So yeah, that's
I'm
fine.
lazy.
So in your introduction, you mentioned that you're a wife and a mother. So can you just tell us a little bit about your family life?
Well, listen, my family life is very boring. Okay, it's not exciting at all. Okay, I've been married 5 years, gone this March.
Wow.
My son is 5 as well.
Mm.
Um, we're pretty much the normal family. You know, my husband goes to work. Obviously, with the age that my son is at now, I have to do part time because I'm doing school drop offs and pickups. So when we come back, just the normal wifely duties, you know, cooking, cleaning. But obviously, I've got side businesses as well. So every little time I have, I'm focused on that. So I'm juggling, you know, work, my businesses, etc. So I'm trying. I'm trying.
All right. That's
Not very exciting, guys. So for all of you people that are coming here expecting something, I'm very boring and normal.
Yeah, this is Get Real with RamKay. Everyone that comes in has to be real. So, yeah, definitely. Don't mind my question. So now let's take it back from the beginning. I want to go like far as when you even conceived the thoughts of being an actress. Like, let's take it back to where you first realized that you wanted to be an actress. Let's just start from that point, and then you take us through till today.
Oh gosh.
Yes.
That's over 10 years of talking. No?
Yes, go on.
Okay. To cut the long story short, for those that know my dad, know he's very into entertainment. He's a writer, he's a director. He's actually one of the first, not one of the first, the first person that started fashion shows in the Gambia.
Oh.
So he's very much into entertainment, you know, and everything else. So I would follow my dad everywhere he goes. I was known as his handbag. So from there, I was just like, initially, to be honest, I wanted to be a nurse because my mom is a nurse, now a sexual health advisor. So I used to watch a lot of shows about nursing. I was like, yes, I want to be a nurse. I want to be like my mom. Then I got off of that. And then I wanted to be a policewoman because I started watching Bill. So I like how the police people, I was like, I want to be a policewoman, you know, imagine freeze, you know.
Yeah.
I was like, then after that, I was like, no. Then the acting actually started off as, I wouldn't say by accident. My cousin started this charity organization called Join Hands, and I was one of the loudest cousins there. So that we had like a youth section where me, my cousins, my sisters would be there doing drama, dancing, etc. So me being me, so loud, I then got voted to be the youth leader. So I'll put together dramas for us to put on shows to raise money for the charity, etc. Then as time goes on, you know, we're still doing the dancing, the acting. I'm like, this is something I really enjoy doing, you know. Prior to that, I had lost my brother in 2005, I believe. So I was very angry. A lot of people don't know this. I was really, really angry at that time. I had anger management. You know, I was just so angry, you know, I don't know if that was my way of mourning my brother. I don't know. So after I passed my anger management, I get certificates. Okay, and one of the advices I was given at the time was to channel my anger into something that I love doing. And at the time, this drama and singing and dancing was something that I really enjoyed doing at the time. So I thought, you know what, I might as well just put my energy into that. You know, that when I'm there, I don't think about, you know, losing my brother, because my brother died in a very he was stabbed, so it wasn't like a normal circumstance. So I think that's where I got most of my anger from. So, you know, then I really started focusing on my energy into this, because every time I'm doing that, I'm not thinking about any negativity or anything like that. So as time goes on, you know, I started being more invested in it. I started telling my mum, this is what I want to do. I started telling my dad, this is what I want to do. I think I was 11, 12 at the time. Fast forward over to 2011, Nollywood had just came up on Sky TV, and they started advertising Class Act, which was a movie talent hunt competition, which was produced by Rukia Mata. And I said to my mom, oh, I really want to do this. My mom said, go. So me and my sisters thought, okay, we're going to go. I don't know if she's on live, if she's on live now, but she can testify to this. On the Saturday of that audition, for some reason, we were so lazy. Like, me and my sister decided not to go. At that time, mom said she had, you know, because you had to pay for registration, etc. Mom said, okay, she's got her last £40 in the account. So because she sees that I love this so much, she will sacrifice and give me to go and register to do the audition. I said, no. If that's the case, we'll leave it, because we need food. People that know me. I know they play with my food. I said, no. And she said, no, just go. You know, I have a good feeling about you and your sister go. So me and my sister went, we did the audition. Actually, my sister did the audition on that day. I didn't do my audition. I had to be somewhere else on that particular day. I'm still trying to remember where it was. Then they ran over time, so they had to do the London audition again, which I went back for. They shortlisted, I got through. They shortlisted the round 2, I got through. Then I got over to the boot camp. Long story short, I won the competition. Wow. And one of the prizes was to be the lead role in the movie that they had picked at the time, which was The Past Came Calling, which had John DeMello and Chioma Chukwuka from Nigeria. So that was my very first featured film, because before that I was doing UK, because I'm in Stars Now, yeah, those that you know it's like an online agency kind of thing that it gives you jobs, etc. So I was on Star Now, and I used to do adverts for like Bernardo's charity adverts. I'll be extras in like the UK, like Top Boy films, etc. But just extras, as you know, our Nigerian people waka pass. So, I was doing waka pass, you know. But you know, from there, I was just like, you know, I need to do more. When I then landed this role from Class Act, I was like, hey, from waka pass to lead role. I've never, like, the jump. It was such a huge jump for me, and it's 2 different industries. Yeah. One is UK, the other one is Africa. So it's like, hey, how now? And plus, the character in there, it's so bad. It's so bad. This is my first film. I can't remember the name of the character. I have to, Uncle, sorry. I cannot remember the name of the character. So the character, the girl was, she came on holiday, not on holiday, but to study. And so my accent can't be a normal UK accent. I have to have a little bit of pidgin to say that I'm from Nigeria, because obviously my cousin Choma is Nigerian, that everyone knows, etc. So at that first movie, Ramatu, I'm telling you, I struggled. I really, really struggled. Not only doing from uh extra to a lead role, but the accent. I'm Gambian, you know. For those of you that don't know, I'm Gambian, and I didn't have any kind of training to do the pidgin language or talking or however you want to say it. So I'm like, hell, even Dodo. Now I'm saying it it's okay. It's okay for me to say it now. Okay.
Yeah.
But at the time, even for me to say Dodo was a problem. Like
Oh,
I remember this scene very well. We spent 45 minutes just for me to say Dodo properly because I could not say it for some reason. But every time I say it, I was like, it sounds the same. Like when they say it and when I say it, it sounds the same to me. I was like, I don't know what to do. It sounds the same to me. I don't know what you want me to do.
no.
So, and the fact that, you had big actors like John DeMello, you had Choma Chukwuka from Nigeria. These are big names, at that time. Even now, they're still big names. But what I meant is that the gravity of their starness,
Then,
then about 10 years ago was more than what it is now. So I was intimidated. I was like, these
no.
are people that not even I'm growing and I'm watching them as I'm growing now. And now they're here, I'm acting next to them, they're sub lead to me. It doesn't make sense. So even though everyone was saying, you did well, looking back at it now, if I watch the film, I'm like, really? Really? I did this, I could have done this, I could have done this, I could have done this. But, yeah, and then from there, once we premiered the past game calling, then I started having more jobs on the side, more jobs, and then I started auditioning less and less and less and less and less to the point where I don't audition at all. I just get scripts sent over. Oh, we have this script. Want you to look at it. What do you think? And then, but yeah, I tried to cut it short, guys. I tried to cut it short. It's a long talk.
We've tried.
Okay. But yeah, that kind of sums up my my acting career, I think.
All right. So I have a clip. Yeah, I decided to choose one. And this was the one you did with Theodora. What's the name?
Shameful Deceit.
Shameful Deceit. So
Yeah.
I'm gonna show that clip. And
Oh
then
my God.
yeah. The reason why I chose that is because I believe some people can relate to some of the things that went on.
Yeah.
It's not things that people do talk about, usually. But this is Get Real with RamKay. We talk about anything. So let's just.
I'm scared myself.
Yeah. So I'm just gonna play the clip and then we'll talk afterwards. Yeah.
Okay.
Touch me. Get away from me.
Come on. Come to daddy, darling.
Oh, touch me.
Vivian.
I'm going to kill you.
Vivian, you're pulling a knife on your father. Vivian, good girl. Come on, come to daddy.
Don't touch me.
Come to daddy. Come. Yeah, Vivian!
My happy young lady. Can I stay here for the night? I don't have anywhere else to go to. Did you run away from home? Okay. What's your name?
Vivian.
Vivian. Okay, have a seat and I'll get someone to attend to you, okay?
Can I have something to eat as well?
Yeah, we'll see to all that, don't worry. You know you've come to the right place, okay? You'll be safe here. I'll just get someone to attend to you, okay? And I'll be right back.
Take a deep breath, okay? You're safe now. I will look after you, okay? Okay. But sweetie, I need to ask you. Have you been checked by a doctor at all?
What for?
Look, Vivian, I'll get something to eat, okay? And then I'll get an expert to check on you, okay?
So I decided to choose those scenes because I just wanted to, have a conversation with you around that. So can you just explain to us what your role was like and then what the story entails in brief?
Right, Shameful, Deceit. The storyline was obviously my mom and dad split up. Guys, by the way, the whole film is on YouTube. So feel free to go and watch that now. So my mom and dad split up, and my mom left me back with my grandmother, my dad's mom. And as I'm growing older, my dad is looking at me one side eye like this in one corner. Of course, I think I was 15 or 16 in the film, and he actually took my virginity, my father. I think the whole purpose of that film and my role in it was domestic abuse. It can happen, father and son. It's not something that doesn't happen. And throughout the film, she finds it really difficult to speak out because, as we know, domestic abuse is something that we underestimate, especially in the African community. Who do you want to go and tell that your father is raping you? Who?
Exactly.
Who? In the African society, community, who do you want to go and say that your father is raping you? Hey, God. So I think that was the whole story behind my storyline, which I felt was spot on, because in the African community, it's a taboo for a child to come out and say, their uncle's raping them or their auntie's raping them or even their mom and dad. This is something that, we don't hear much about, but it does happen. So for me, in doing the research for the role, because every role I get, I do research on it first. When I did this research, I was just like, then I started hearing things coming out from, that it happens in Gambia. I was really naive to all these things. I mean, the film taught me a lot, and it opened my eyes a lot to so many of these things. I think now that's why I'm very passionate about domestic abuse, whether it's on a child, whether it's on a man or female. Like I'm very passionate about it. So yeah, I did my research and I found out the numbers of, you know, kids that could not come out, would not come out because of the circumstances was a lot. So I felt like, you know, this would be a good opportunity for me to, you know, to have my say, even though, you know, it's a script, but I'm the one playing that role. I'm the one playing that character. So it was heartbreaking. It was really, really heartbreaking. And I think the part where we show that, you know, she lost her virginity and she's scrubby and she's, you know, that myself afterwards, you know, the director on RamKay took me on the side. Are you okay? I was like, yeah, I'm fine. Because the emotions that you were seeing in the toilet were real emotions. Like it wasn't, okay, action, cry now. I was actually feeling like, you know, this is happening to me. And it was seriously, it messes up with your head. Like if you as an actress, you have to know that this is not your real life, but at the same time, you're portraying someone's real life. So you know, the effects and the impacts that it has on you afterwards, if you're not strong enough to get through it, it could affect you in the long run. And till today, I think about it, but not in a sense that it affects me, but in a sense that I've learned a lot from it.
Yeah.
You know, and it helps me see the signs, etc. So I'm really grateful for that. And thank you very much to Theodora, who I know you had a couple of weeks ago on your show.
Yeah.
For, you know, approaching me with this script.
Yeah. So as you were explaining, something just came to mind. And, you know, as an actress, as you mentioned, you have to portray the role. But at the same time, there are certain real life situations that will just hit you. And it will just be difficult for you to sort of like get over it. And domestic abuse is one. So we did a series. It's not out yet. Actors Guild. And my character, it was the lead as well. But it's like on the series, it's like I was raped by my mom's boyfriend.
No way.
Yeah. And she knows about it and she did nothing. In fact, she doesn't even want to have the conversation because she still wants to keep him. So yeah, so there was a scene that I went to report and I was accusing him and there were other people there. And then I started crying as I was explaining and I just kept on crying and crying and crying. In that moment, it felt real. It's like it's something that was actually happening to me. And after the whole scene, I sat down and I was like, wow, imagine, you know, and then there was
going through this.
There was a scene as well. I went into the toilet. He followed me and raped me there as well. So after the whole thing, like I was crying and I'm thinking in my mind, imagine what these people go through in real life. I'm just portraying this, and I have this much emotions. Yeah. And oh my God, it's terrible. It's terrible. It's terrible. So if you are watching me and you are going through any form of domestic abuse, please say something because it's really hard. It's really, really hard.
Speak up. My door is always open. I always say this. I cannot stress this enough. My door, my DM, my phone is always open for anyone that is going through any, you know, things like this. Please, just on anyone.
Just talking about it and me thinking about it again is just crazy in my mind. But yeah, so we move.
We move.
We move. That's the life of an actress. We move.
We move. What to do?
So now talking about acting, what are the type of roles that you like? You know, as an actress, there are some roles that the character will come to you naturally, and there are some that struggle. For example, like me, I like being, you know, the quiet wife or the quiet friend. I like it chilled in those things. Once I'm like to the bad girl or doing something ridiculous, I'm always sort of like
Not
so
me.
what are the types of roles that just come to you and you'll be like, yes, all right, let's do this?
For me, acting is a very stereotypical kind of industry. I don't know if you know. I'm gonna try and explain that a little bit. The first film I did, which was The Past in Falling, I was a victim towards the end of the film. Yeah, emotions and everything. The second film I did, which was actually not The Past Came Calling. The second film I did was Hunting for Hubbies. And the film is not out. Well, it's been premiered, but it's not out for people to go and watch it. That was actually the second film I did, which was me. Obviously at the time we were all upcoming. Some of them that's the only film that they did, and then they stopped. It was me. I was playing Vicky in there. He had the likes of Stanley in there. A lot of people know him. He was my boyfriend in the film, actually. I lived here and my friend, and two of our friends came from Nigeria. You can tell what's going to happen by the name of the film, Hunting for Hubbies. So for us, we are looking for husbands that will take care of us.
Oh, wow.
By all means, that's what we want. With me, I had a boyfriend who was Stanley, but he was very broke. So my friend said, he's not taking care of you. You should leave him. You should this. You should advise me to now go, and be looking for rich men out there and stuff. Towards the end of that film, I became a victim again.
Oh.
Okay. Then Shameful Deceit came. I was a victim. So, and it's like, I feel like once casting directors see you in their mind at your best, they know that, okay, if we give this one a victim-like character, we know that she can pull it off. So it's not what I would like to do, it's the jobs that were being given to me. So victim upon victim upon victim upon victim upon victim. I was like, do I have victims on my head? What is going on? And then this Gambian Cisco, DJ Little Cisco, he's a Gambian producer, got in my DMs that he's got a series, a Senegambian series, which has never been done. A diaspora Senegambian series, rather. This would have been the first of its kind. If I would like to take part in it, I said, yeah, of course, anything Gambian, because at that time, for those that know Gambia, we don't really have an industry like that. So anything to try and boost up the industry, I'm there. So I was like, yeah, no problem. He sent me the script. Ramatu, hey, this is not a victim, oh.
For the first time.
That's when I now realized these are the kind of
roles that you like.
Oh my God, this girl, she her name was Aja. She her friend is a supermodel, so her friend travels a lot. Her friend brought over her husband from Gambia. Then, typical Gambian, they like their women to be cooking and cleaning and all these things, pamper them. That's what they like. So when she was traveling, she now asked her, because it was three of us, she now asked one of like the responsible one. She said she couldn't because she has a business. Me that is jobless, that I'm not doing anything. She said me I should help her take care of her husband.
Oh God.
Me, I was on my side though. You came that I should look after your husband. I said no. You beg and beg and beg and beg. I finally accepted. You know what happened now? I don't need to explain what happened. I now took the husband. I took over her house. I made her mad on top.
God,
you think I became a victim? No, I did not. I got through that thing. That was season 1, but season 2, when I looked at the script. We have not started filming season 2 yet. I have looked at the script. I have become a victim.
Oh God, you landed a victim again.
I've landed a victim role, but I came out of that victim role. Yes. To my old self. Which I love. Bad girls, I've joined bad gang. Forget that. Bad gang. So for me, I like bad girl role. Even though sometimes it doesn't suit me like that, but
yeah.
So
talking about bad girl role, there's a movie you did in Nigeria. I was trying to upload it, but StreamYard did not accept that clip. I think maybe for copyright's sake, I don't know, but they didn't accept the clip. So tell us about that movie, because Marie, that is the definition of bad.
Oh my God!
I was watching it, I'm like,
you could not upload none of the clips.
I couldn't. I was like, And I haven't seen the movie before until you sent it to me. I was like, this girl, like, is this my friend? Bobby? You are so mean and bad and it was bad. So tell us a bit about that one.
Back to basic. That's the name of the film.
Yeah.
It had the naked twins from Nigeria in there. I had Patience, Mama G in there as well. She was our head mistress. So back to basics, how we came about. I was at Zafar Awards in 2012 or 13.
It was 2013. Let me help you there.
Was it 2013 when I won? Yeah?
Yeah, that one. Yeah.
Zafar, yeah. So it was that Zafar, thank you very much. That's Zafar 2013 that I won. The twins were there from Nigeria. They saw it was actually my dress that got them talking to me that, oh, I like your dress, it's very different. Those of you that know, I don't want to claim it, but I'm going to claim it anyway, as this gets real, so I'm gonna be real, okay? I was the person that started this African print
Ankara, yeah.
Ankara on red carpets. Okay.
I'll give it to you. I know that. Don't worry, I'll give it to you.
Thank you for
I can attest. I'm here.
Thank you for all those people that are claiming it. It's okay, you can claim it, it's fine. I dash you, no problem. So I started doing this Ankara thing because I wanted to be different, especially for my first premiere, which was the past Ken Kone. I did not want to go and I would have the same dress as somebody. I said, no, how can I make this different? So I started doing African print, putting it on my clothes, or literally sewing a whole outfit of African material. So this Zafar, I did not have African material on my clothes. I had it on my shoe and my clutch bag.
Oh,
that's where I had it. So she goes, this style is very different at that time, and I'm saying this at that time, further back before that actual time, being African was not cool. Let me just put that out there, especially when I was in secondary school, primary school. This was 2003, 2004. Being African was not cool at all. You see African, I'm Jamaican, I'm this. What? No, I'm African, pure. Okay. So I'm very, very proud, even though I love Nigerians and a lot of people think I'm Nigerian, but I'm a very proud African. Okay.
Yeah.
So she came, she spoke to me, she's like, oh, you won upcoming. I said, yeah. She said, what have you done? I was like, I've done the past game calling, I've done Hunting for Hubbies. I think we had just premiered Shameful, Deceit at the time. So I was like, yeah. So she was like, okay, she's good. They're gonna take my number and then they would call me and then we'll talk. I said, okay, no problem. This was 2013, right? Like you said, 2014. I did not hear from these people. Hey, I said that's my own. No, I don't finish. Until 2015. No, 2014, towards December time. I remember I was in Gambia when I received the script that they sent me, that they want to film around March, August times of
the next year,
which was 2015. I said, okay, no problem. Come February now, came back to England. And then they called me. They picked a date that, this is when they want to shoot. This is how much they're paying me. They're going to cover this. They're going to cover that.
Wow, that's nice.
What do I think of that? I said, no problem. Let them do a contract and send it to me. At that time, my dad and Uncle Ruke were both managing me. As I sent over the script, I would send it over to my manager, even though they had spoken to Uncle Ruke at the time, and she's like, we're just doing guy, but we go do him. I said, of course now, Amy, they don't pay me, I'll go do him. Because at the time I'm thinking about this in the long run. Even if they're bringing me to Nigeria, which is the home of Nollywood.
Yeah.
Who am I to
be
choosing? And my career had just started at the time, so I said, okay, no problem, I'll do it. So what most people don't know, I was actually pregnant in the film.
Wow.
I was pregnant in the film. So I went over to Nigeria and back to basic. My character was Grace.
Troublesome Grace.
Grace was she's the community leader inside the school of troublesome people. Okay. Grace will not allow anybody to say anything. Grace will not allow anybody to talk. Grace will not nothing. She will fight and fight and fight. She will fight at home, fight in school. She was the group leader, you know. That's the best way I can, summarize it. But Grace was a very troublesome child. But the whole the message behind the story, my storyline, was that we need to take school education seriously, because Grace ended up having AIDS towards the end, because it's actually Back to Basics 2. Grace ended up having AIDS towards the end. She ended up killing a man, then she ended up in prison.
Oh Lord.
Whereas some of her other friends ended up committing suicide. Some of them died while having abortions. So it's just showing you things that high school girls go through, but the different paths that you take. Because in the school, you have the good girls, and then we see where they went in their life. We have the bad girls, we see where they went in life. But then it also shows that not all bad girls end up either dead in prison or with because Mercy, who's a Yoruba actress, very, very well known.
Yeah, very well known. Yeah.
Yeah, she was Fina in the story, who was my best friend out of all the girls. She ended up actually making it, whatever she made, but she ended up being successful. So it just shows that, you might be one of the unlucky ones that end up having AIDS and dying, or going to prison, killing someone, but there's also that handful of people that can come out of that negative environment and actually focusing in school and making it in life. So I was really, by then, of course, you can hear my accent.
Oh, your Nigerian accent was top notch. You were up there.
I've gone up at that time, okay. So I was really grateful for that contract. I really, really was. There was actually a time that Mama G was chasing us, and I fell down on my stomach. The cast, if my husband was watching, this is the first time that he's probably hate this, because I've not told him. I didn't tell him this. At that time, none of the cast members knew I was pregnant. Just one, who was the principal's niece, who played by Ajani, who's a really good friend of mine right now, actually. She was the only one that knew I was pregnant at the time. So she was getting me oranges. When I'm sick, she'd be the one, I know, just stomach bug. She helped me cover it up.
Oh, wow.
Until I put to bed, and then they started doing calculations. Wait, so does that mean, because I gave her that same year in October. So they started saying, wait, we shot in March. You gave birth in October. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was like, yeah, I was. So I had to be professional and not use my
pregnancy as an excuse.
As an excuse to not do my best on the set, especially being around veterans like that. So I had to, I had to level up. So,
I need to watch the whole movie anyway. I was like, oh my God.
It's on YouTube, guys. The whole movie is on YouTube. So please go and watch.
All right. So that takes me to my next question. So what are your future plans in your career as an actress?
My future plans.
Yes, ma'am.
I have become a producer. I've actually, and for those of that are watching, and and a couple of people that are watching know, hold tight, Eleanor, who's on the lives, and Florence, I can see you people. So I started, like I mentioned earlier, that Gambia, people that know Gambia, we don't really have an industry. So I went to Gambia before my dad passed away, and we were supposed to have a 1 day audition. It ended up being a 3-day audition because of how many people are to get in the industry. So I produced a series actually, which is called Jar Jari Aduna. And the title basically is Ways Around the World.
Oh, wow.
But the storyline is focused on 4 or 5 girls, women. I have to go back and check. It's been a while. 4 or 5 women, and everyone has their own, one is a gold digger, one is looking for love but don't have it, one is looking for a child but can't have. So it's different struggles that women go through, and the outcome and how they go about their everyday lives as normal. You know how women are, we'll be going through so much, but when we step in somewhere, the game phase comes on, and we have to, meanwhile, behind the curtain, we're going through so much. So it's about that, which is not out yet. And I think I'm just gonna carry on. I like this producing life. I like
you like the feeling.
I like the feeling, and I'm also doing course to be a director.
A directing course.
I am. I'm doing that. I'm doing a course because I feel like, especially in a growing industry, if you have a little bit of a background of, if not every aspect, but most aspects of the things that you need, then that kind of helps you, sell. Not, I wouldn't say sell through, but the road wouldn't be as rocky as if you didn't have any idea. Because when we were filming, actually, because some of the shots that the director was taking, I'm like, it's a bit too simple for me, So I want it this way, I want this, they just look at me like, hey, this is a woman. Because in Africa, again, women are like, to say a woman is a director, is a
yeah, what? I know.
So for me, especially being as young as I was, and the director was very old, not an old man, but it was, at least twice my age at the time. So it's not, when it comes to work, I don't look at age because I know what I want, because my money is going into this. Yeah. So I know what I want. I have vision. I'm dreaming about this. Especially certain scenes, right? When you're writing something and there are certain scenes that you already know how that scene is going to look. And then someone is just coming to now and give you something completely different that you do not vision. So I'm like, no. So I'm doing that. And yeah, I'm just going to continue. We're hoping actually to premiere that. The premiere actually was supposed to be last year, but COVID hit and lost my dad as well. So that's on pause. But I wanted to move the premiere to this year, but my dad would only be a year and a few months old. So what I tend to do is not premiere it, but finish filming the episodes. Yeah,
that's fine. Yeah, so guys, for those of you watching, if you have any questions for Marie, this is the time for you to send them. And I'm going to go through the comments on Facebook. Let's just see what people have to say on Facebook. So we'll start from the beginning. So Florence Tucker. She's there. Acting can be deep, especially when you are someone that puts yourself in the role and becomes the character, which you should be. And then, okay, she was asking you when will it be out. And then it looked good. I actually wanted to watch that more. Okay, so this is still Florence. Marie, I've seen your stuff before and I met you. I used to watch that too. It was in the language. That was the movie you're talking about. Yeah. So
you were a fan before you became my friend.
Yeah, she was one of yours before she became your friend. So she's even saying, why acting? And when you started, did your parents accept the idea of you being an actress?
Why acting? I think you missed it. This is what happens when you come late.
When you come late,
Understand?
exactly. Let's just go
This is what
into
happens when you come late because I answered this question in the beginning. You understand?
scene.
But I'm just gonna go over it again quickly. Acting. Why acting? I started acting. We had a charity organization my cousin did at the time where you know me now, being as loud as I am. We started doing singing and dancing, youth club kind of thing, and then I got promoted to youth leader. So from then,
Oh, Marie's network. Oh, right, she's back. Okay. No, I can't hear you. I've lost the volume there. Hello? Are you there? Yeah, I think I've lost. Are you there? I can't hear you. Yeah, I think we have some issues with her network. Let's see. So, guys, as I was saying, if you have any questions for Marie, before we come to the end of the show, you can leave your comments on Facebook and then we'll get to ask her the questions. Yeah. I think I'm having some issues with her network. So let's see. Hope she comes back. Yeah, I have some issues with her network. Hope she comes back. So for those that are online, as I said, if you have any questions for Marie, I've lost her there, but you can send in your questions and then we'll get to read them. So bear with us. She'll be back soon. So today's show has been about Marie Kumba Gomez. She's an actress and event host. So we're trying to get to know her on a personal level. And she's a friend of mine. So I decided to ask her questions that she has not been asked before. So we've had quite an interesting show so far. Oh, she's back. Oh, yes. Yes, ma'am. You
I'm
back.
guys.
You
Sorry,
back,
my
oh.
laptop went off.
That's
My
fine.
laptop
That's fine.
went off. I'm here. I thought it was charging, but it wasn't clearly. So I'm on my phone now. Am I as loud?
All right. Yeah, it's okay. I can hear you, and I think the audience can. If you can hear Marie properly, can you just give a thumbs up so we know you can hear her properly as well? So, Florence, you have to watch the show from the
So I
beginning
can't see your comments
for
now,
her.
guys. Sorry.
Yeah, so I've asked
Right.
Florence
So
to
from
watch the
the
show from
beginning.
the beginning.
The beginning. Excuse me. My cousin had a charity organization that I was the lead youth leader of the singing and dancing. Then from there, before, those that know me, my dad is very into entertainment as well. So the moment I said that this is what I wanted to do, they said, we've always known that this is what you end up doing because of your personality. So, and I took after my dad as well. So they were very, 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 I was one of the lucky ones actually, because they were very, very supportive in me being in entertainment industry, because obviously coming from an African household and background, is either lawyer, doctor, engineer, one of those things. Any other thing does not make sense, especially
Yeah.
actress being in a entertainment is a male dominated industry. So being an actress or being an artist, because for me, actors are artists as well. So being a female in a male dominated industry is like shit. And at that time I was so young. For me, you would not have tell me I was fine, okay? I carry. I had package. So and going as fast as I was going in terms of having the roles I was having, in it automatically you think she's sleeping with somebody.
Mm.
She must be doing something. How can she just come out like this and just be having all these roles and meeting all these celebrities? Every other almost every other week you see me with one celebrity like this, and I'm like how now? So many people are like, what are you doing? I say, I'm not doing anything, no, honest to God. So till today, I'm so happy that I can step out with my husband and no one can, disrespect him in any way to say that I slept with your wife. Your wife is where she is because I gave her this role because she slept with
Yeah.
and all these things. So That's why I'm very. I put myself up there. Oh. Hey, when it comes to it now, I say, babe,
Na
but you have to
talent, na talent, na talent.
it's talent, you know.
It's
So
talent.
this is what I want to say to people as well. Let your talent do the talking for you. You know, if anytime you have to do anything extra, it's not for you.
No, it's
So
not. Definitely,
yeah.
definitely, definitely. So, there are two areas I want to touch a little bit. This is the advantage of interviewing your friends. You know them.
Hey, I don't know
So
if it's a
I,
good
I just,
advantage though.
so I just wanted to ask you, yeah, how did event hosting came about? Because there was a time I saw you, hosting an event. I'm like, this is my actress friend. Oh, when did she dwell into this or this thing? So now let's just, have a background on that. So how did it start for you hosting events?
Okay, so for those that know the beginning when I was saying who I was, etc., I had an entrepreneur in it. I actually own a all-female company called Female Takeover, and the idea of this started in my bedroom actually, in 2014 or 2013 thereabouts. Um, so it was actually a dare from Stanley that girls cannot work together because girls are petty, especially in the again, coming back to an entertainment industry, and that's a male dominated industry that women cannot make it, etc. So me and my friend Jennifer at the time were like, we can do hosting events, we can do promotion events, all these things that you men are doing, club nights, we can do everything and even better. Hey, come and sit there. So okay, no problem. We'll do it for 6 months, and if it doesn't work, we know he has won. If it works, then we know it works. So this was supposed to be a very short term dare. So the next day, Jennifer now called me and I said, so I have plans and I said, I thought we were only joking because at the time I had produced a series for UK, London, us at the time because we were very small. So I wanted to do like skits. So at the time we were rehearsing for a skit that I had written, and I was having my birthday in this Bolt restaurant in Canary Wharf at the time. It was very posh, that time. People are saying, she's an actress. So that time now, you're supposed to they leave the
Each other.
the
Okay.
the page where people take brush you. You understand? So I said, make I go do expensive birthday. Hey, I said, hence I'm spending all this money on this thing. Let me now use that as a scene in the skit that I was doing. Those that know Frank was in there as well. So we were rehearsing. So this came about. So we started doing radio shows till today. Well, this is 7 years later. We're FT over 7 years now. Then we started doing radio shows, etc. And then within the radio show, some people started messaging us, "Oh, you girls are really fun. Do you host events?" Well, that can be part of the things that we do. Yeah, we're not very picky because it's just an entertainment service company at the time to just help to boost females, whether it's in music, whether it's in business, whether it's whatever area. The platform was there for women to bring in their businesses for us to help promote. You understand? So we're like, yeah, of course. So we started, people started calling us. Hello, we're doing our award nights. Can you host it? So, okay.
Yeah.
Hello, president. Okay. We have a showcase. Can you host it? Okay. Even Barclays 2 years ago called us. They're having all women's for International Women's Day. They had an event. They called us. This female takeover, can you host it? Oh, Barclays, no problem. Okay. So that's how the host. That's how I'm just putting it in there. Give accolades, because
Yeah, exactly.
they paid me so I can say their name. Okay. Um. So that's how the hosting life came about. So yeah, female takeover. So we do radio shows, event host,
Yeah.
anything. So yeah,
Anything. Anyway,
everything.
you are multi-talented. You are the Beyonce of our time, but I just don't know if you can sing.
Me, I
Let's
can't shake my ass like that too. Hey God,
I just don't know if you
I
can
can't
sing
shake
because
my
you
ass
can
like
sing,
that.
dance, and act. So I don't know if you can sing. So okay, so now let's go into business. You mentioned in the introduction that you're an entrepreneur. So can you tell us about your business? I know
Right.
you
So,
have a business.
which one of the businesses?
The fashion
So,
business.
fashion business, no problem. So, lo- this December is going to be 2 years actually. So 2 years ago, this was actually 3 years ago. I would have people in my DM, ah, my African clothes, my African wears, the clothes that I wear on the red carpet. Where do you make them from? Where does the idea come from? I say, I'll just be watching, having different pictures. I'll now be taking some of here, put it, remove this one, take this style in that dress, put it here, remove this style, take this one, put it here. So it looks like a completely different dress. So I will take 3 different pictures of dresses and I will edit all of them to make one dress. So my designer
Honestly.
at the time used to be very Maze Couture, guys. He's amazing. He's an international African designer. So he used to be so like, Marie again, you have Premier again. I was like, yes. So so Maze Couture, guys, check him out. He's amazing. He used to do my dresses at the time. So I'll be like, this is how I want it. So it has to be, I cannot have the same dress as somebody. Oh, oh, oh. So my husband will now be telling me, people are liking your things. There's some of it. I've actually sold 5 of my gowns online because people just call me. I like this, but I can't find it anywhere. I said, well, most of these gowns, as you people know, I wear it time. I'll not wear it again. So I dashed 2 people for free. Then my husband said, why are you dashing them? My friend, will you sell this thing so we can make the money that we use to make it? I said, no problem. So I now sold some of the gowns, and then he's pushing me. Why not have your own online boutique? I said, what will I be selling there? I don't have time to be making up dresses like this. I don't have time. He said, it doesn't have to be, dresses that you personally go out, get material, make. You can easily go online, check for trending outfits, and once in a while you can have personalized things, on it. And then as time goes on, you can then bring your Ankara things in there and all these things. I said, no problem.
Mm.
Hey, he'll be talking. I say I will do it. In that I will do it. I did not do it until one day he now sat me down. He said, "Oh yeah, sit down." I sat down. He on his own wholeheartedly did my website from beginning
Wow.
to end. Because now that he has made the website, now I have to do something. Because I cannot now say I will not do anything because he has done the website. So okay, I now go and get no, it was work. But guys, to cut the long story short, I've got an online boutique called One Wish Boutique. Um, I don't even know how that name came about. When it came to picking names, my mom gave us Diamond Creations, and I was like, Diamond Creations. I like, but I not too like. Somehow. Then Ray J's song came on I don't know if it was an advert or something. If I
One
had
wish.
one,
Yeah, I love that song.
I said one wish. Now you wish it and it's there. You wish something it's there. So I'll try to make sense of it. And I said to my mom, "What about one wish?" She said, "I don't like one wish because there's a app called Wish that people get clothes from." So it's like it's too. I was like, okay, what about rather than number one, we write like spell it out, one wish. And he was
Wish.
like, okay, one wish boutique. Did it now
Makes
make sense?
sense now.
One wish boutique, okay. OWB. Okay. Because for me, whenever I pick something out, I always have to have the initials for it to make sense. Like like FTO is female takeover. So when we first had FTO, I was like, FTO. It has the initials has to make sense for me to
Yeah.
go. So it was like, okay, one wish boutique. So I was like, whatever you wish for, you only need one wish, and you will
To get
find
there.
it in the boutique. So we went for that name. So one wish boutique is on all social media platforms, guys. we launched our plus size range recently because, as you know, I am putting on weight small, so I had to cater for my thickums, my thickness, my sexy guys.
Yeah,
So yeah,
like us.
that's one we've put, guys.
Oh,
Yeah,
wow. Like, it's been an amazing conversation, honestly. I'm very, very pleased that you came on to my show.
I'm
So,
pleased to be so different to be on the other side. I feel so weird.
yeah, it it feels good me asking you questions. You're always interviewing
Yeah,
me.
I feel good for you.
So,
Yes.
this is my turn. That's why I say, no, I'm going to think about some questions that I don't normally ask you. So, you can start telling us about these things. But
It
yeah.
was not as bad as I thought it was going to be. So it was good.
Yeah, and also as a friend, there are some questions I just can't come and be asking you. But like this, I've got to know a little bit more about you and how you started and everything else. So it was a good conversation. So guys, if you are just joining now, you can, watch it again from the beginning, just so you get to know Marie as I have today. So yeah, we've come to the end of the show. But before we go, one last question for you.
I
Don't be too
have to
excited.
come
There's
back.
one
Oh,
more.
I will come back.
Yeah, you have to come back
I
because there are
like
so many things I
February.
want to ask you. I didn't even dwell into Nollywood proper. I'm gonna leave that for the next time I call you for Nollywood issues. I'm gonna call
It's
you
even
again.
it's even good because I don't have the proper drink for that kind of gisting. The next time I will have proper drink for that kind of because what I
Yes,
want to
so
say,
yeah. Yeah, that's why I
I want
said
to
no more. I'm gonna leave that and then I'll get you again on the show so that we can talk proper into details. And then I'll get at least Florence because her mouth is always itching. She's on the comment.
we'll have a three. We'll join her in the one conversation.
Yes, we'll get Florence as
Yeah,
well next time
yeah.
for a Nollywood talk. So my last question for you is what are the advice that you have for people that want to go into entertainment? What advice do you have for someone that wants to become an actress like you?
For me, especially being a female and being in the industry from a very young age, a lot of people tell me when I tell a lot of people my age, they don't believe me because I grew up in the industry, so I am age-wise, I'm a lot older than people my age because I literally grew up around people that were like 10 years older, so I've had to be mature before my time. So my advice is being a woman, let your talent do the talking. Any point in time where you feel intimidated to do more than you're supposed to do, get yourself out of that situation.
Mm.
That is, I think, one the biggest advice I can give a upcoming female actress. Anytime you feel intimidated to do anything, come out of that situation because you
Not for
should
you.
never have anything more than the normal audition for you to be able to get a role. Advice to everyone that is upcoming. And for me, I still see myself as I'm upcoming. But for those that are slightly below, starting afresh, I would say be consistent.
Mm.
Consistency because the game every single day there's a new phase in the industry, so you have to be consistent. It's easier said than done because sometimes you want to be consistent but the roles are not there you know and especially being a new actress, try not to be too picky. It will get to a stage where you have every right to be picky because you've worked for it. But when you're first starting, be smart in picking the scripts that you pick, but try not to be too picky in a sense that they're not paying me this much money, so I'm not going to take it. Um, and I don't like this. Liking the role is good. Understanding the role also is good, but also always pick scripts that are challenging for you as an artist. That's what I try to do. So I can only tell you what I try to do. I try to pick, even though, I'm saying I do victims a lot, but all the different victims, victimology, whatever they call it, is a different scenario and a different storyline. So even with Grace, back to basic, I end up being a victim, but it's different from the other victims that I played, you know, in the past. So it's still challenging me as an artist as well. So consistency, never do anything that you're not supposed to do, and you know you're not supposed to. Whenever they say, but don't tell anybody,
something is wrong.
you're not supposed to do it. So you understand? Unless they're
Yeah.
adding more money for you, unless they're adding more money for you that the agreed thing. But if anything is attached to it, and they say,
Yeah.
make sure you don't tell anybody.
Don't tell anybody.
You're not. Yes. So that's my
Yeah.
advice.
Oh, wow. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. So that's it. We've come to the end of tonight's show. And hopefully we'll get to see Marie very soon. In fact, we've gone over the time. You see, chatting with you is over an hour now. So yeah, so we've come to the end of the show. So for all of you guys watching, if you have more questions for Marie, just leave it on the comment section and then she'll answer them. Definitely. Please go onto the comment section and answer your fans. You have a super fan here, Florence Tucker. So yeah, thank you so much guys for tuning in. Until next time, see you next week. Bye bye. Thank you, Marie. Love. Good night.